Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything?
But do they have any difference? If there is any difference between them, what is this and what is for? Well, beginning in the 1980s, many public relations agencies changed their titles to public relations firms. The change reflects an increased emphasis on counseling and strategic planning service, viewed as more professional than the communication tactics produced by press agents and publicity agencies. Another reason for the switch is to position the firm as something different from advertising agencies and other vendors of services working on commissions. We all know that in this time of ours, there are a lot of PR firms in the world, and of course, here in the Philippines. In the United States, public relations counseling firms range wildly in size and scope. Dwyer's Directory of Public Relations Firms reached the most complete list of 2,275 U.S. firms by locations and specialty, plus 625 in 88 other countries. The largest New York-based firm, the Barson Marsteller, employs more than 2,000 people worldwide in 47 offices in 24 countries, with affiliates in 7 other countries. In the Philippines, public relations firms are increasingly known not only in the business world, but also in the political affiliation. Some work as PR practitioners in marketing company, advertising agency, and other offices that communicate with their target audience. As independent, self-employed counselors, many work as with their names and associates, often meaning, if I can't handle a project myself, I know other practitioners I can bring in on the project. With the growing recognition in the global economy and formation of European Union, the public relations capital have shifted from New York to London. The largest public relations firms worldwide has more than 2,000 employees in rather loose networks of offices built through acquisition, rather formed by the parent firm. It just only shows that most firms are building as markets and economies become global, as global alliances form, and as global media delivered messages around the world within seconds. Public relations and every other aspect of corporate business became global enterprises. As a result, public relations firms in major cities operate transnationally. We demand the same things of firms in other countries that we demand ourselves: credibility, accountability, expertise, experience, ethics, and most important, results. Although we fully understand that we have to allow them to execute the work in keeping with their cultural norms, especially as they relate to media relations. Whatever the approach, public relations firms now serve clients with new approaches to communication and sophisticated counsel in a global village. More and more firms is being born because we are intensely considering PR practitioner the person which we can turn to when encountered image problems, especially those in the corporate world, to provide and satisfy with our needs. As a formal group, PR firms also had to comply with some regulations. These guidelines should be followed in order for them to be equal for both their competitors and clients. Just for instance, more than 200 firms belong to the Public Relations Consultants Association, which requires member consultancies to follow specific guidelines for dealing with the media, clients, and competitors, for conducting investor relations for publicly traded companies, and for enforcing the professional charter through arbitration and settlement. Strict enforcement forced Ogilvy, Adams, and Reinhardt to withdraw from PRCA when it refused to list all its clients in the association's confidential annual register, as required in the PRCA professional charter. This is Joven signing off.
As life goes on, I'm starting to learn more and more about responsibility. And I realize that everything I do is affecting the people around me.